see Mr. DIZZELY, please?
Yes.
How have your job searches gone?
Well, I've made this fantastic rap tune that I hope will make me lots of cash.
Really? So you haven't been looking for work?
This is work.
I signed on cause washing cars is no fun. Job hunting in the paper, on the internet, on my bum. No luck again and this makes me frown. But when I get through these JSFE doors, they offer me a job cleaning office floors. No thanks mate, I'd rather keep my self-esteem. I'd rather stay in bed and continue my wet dreams. Free searches is what I do twice a week. No jobs for artists, only fixing a toilet seat. Or petting old people's home for minimum wage. Lost in the system as a man or getting paid. Ask me the questions and sign my damn book. Offer me a job as a waiter, bum wiper or cook. The search is on for a place to work. Just please not for a corporate fat cat jerk. It's a full-time job signing on, and that's why we got time to write this song. What I did, what happened, what I do next when. What I did, what happened, what I do next when. What I did, what happened, what I do next when. What I did, what happened, what I do next when. Job centre, job centre, plus job centre. Job centre plus.
There's 400 applicants for a job at Co-op, but I'd rather pioneer this post-rap hip-hop. I write it on my form, I write it like it's warm. This is reality, job-seeking norm. I did a job in Littlehampton at an old people's home, cutting ham sandwiches for all the old folk. I worked from 9 to 5 in that smelly dive. I got £20 for working with a useless butter knife. And the other day they found me, my job of my dreams, editing in Petersfield for a coal magazine. A coal magazine, do I look like a Dirk? I'd rather flip burgers for a greasy Turk.
What I did, what happened, what I do next when. What I did, what happened, what I do next when. What I did, what happened, what I do next when. What I did, what happened, what I do next when. Job centre, job centre, plus job centre, job centre, plus. I leave the house, I close the gate, late and smelly to get cash from the state. Right on time, I arrive at level 42, the place to sit and they have to queues. Names are called one after another. Hope my fake job searches don't blow my cover. I always said I'll get out of this rut, take any job but never go back to Pizza Hut. Now I'm offered 60 hours a week, licking envelopes or stuffing tins full of meat. I stay at home and I paint lots of pictures, then try and sell them to the job seekers officers. But to no avail, as I go pale, my job searches always seem to fail. I steal the small biros they make you use and try and sell them at the car boots. Anyway, that I try to score some dough. A job is close, I can feel it in my bones.
What did you do, Chisel?
I did some tyres recently.
And what happened?
I was rolling tyres.
And what will you do next?
Hopefully roll some more tyres.
And when will you do this?
It's ongoing.
You see, people, this is how easy it is to find a job. Chisel Dizzle here has been rolling tyres now professionally for 3 weeks. As another container of over 1,000 tyres will be shipped in from Germany, Chisel Dizzle will be back at work rolling the rubber around the container and into a warehouse with fellow folks who are also on the job seekers allowance.
Yes.
Now let's bow our heads and hope
Yes.
hope for dear, dear son's glory that Chisel Dizzle will get a coal mining magazine editor's job.